Welcome to Tuesday morning, first Tuesday of August. As you ought to put it, first Tuesday of fall. Nice. All right, let's get slowly warmed up. So we're going to do a bunch of arm stuff, some hip stuff, a little bit of core stuff, and then we're going to maybe finish with some lung stuff to wrap things up. But let's just take our arms above our head and then bring it back down. We're just reaching above our head. Pretend that you've got some weights in your hands, so you're actually kind of working at this, okay? And really our goal is to have those hands go straight above our head without the chest popping up. So the stomach is working to hold the ribs down, and you're stretching through those armpits, okay? Nice and slowly. Awesome. You got 3 more of these. Last one, come here. All right, let's get some blood going through our legs and heart. So it's going to side step and squat, and then up. Again, this involves the knees, which if you just crawled out of bed, they may be disagreeing with you. So go as far down as you feel comfortable. This is just the warm up. This should feel nice and easy. When you do sit, you want that bum to sit back, like you're reaching back for a chair or a toilet seat, okay? That's the idea. And a little bit of tension in the stomach, just to keep that engaged. Head up, chest up, going 1 more each way. And come out of that. Let's go arm circles forwards. Nice. No momentum. You're moving your arms. Doesn't have to be the biggest circle possible. Make it comfortable. Use your stomach to hold your rib cage nice and still. Let's change direction. Nice. All right, we're going 3 more. And then we're going to switch to fake skipping. Here we go. If it feels uncomfortable to actually jump, then your toes don't actually have to leave the ground, okay? And look at that, the rope doesn't even touch, even if you don't jump off the ground. If this is really hard for you, you should practice it more often. Remember to breathe. Sometimes when we start to jump, we hold our breath to make ourselves more springy. And then we run out of air. You can try this at home. Try talking the whole time too. That's pretty fun. 3, 2, 1. Come out of that. Let's go arm circles forwards. So most of the workout today has very little kind of cardio huffing and puffing involved. They're smaller exercises. Switch direction with those arms. Okay. But the end should be the opposite of that. It might have some massively metabolically driven type movements. Okay, we're going to switch back to those side step squats again. So just a nice side step, sit. Try going a little lower this time. Again, still part of the warm-up. Should still feel comfortable. There's no speed involved here. Even if you're Jen, I'm not sure if Jen's here. There's no speed here at all. Nice and slow. We're just pumping blood from the legs through the rest of the body. Those leg muscles are generating heat, which this morning in my humid garage doesn't seem to be necessary, but oh well. Second last one. Here's the last one. Nice. All right. Let's hike out knee to opposite elbow. Nice and slow. Remember, chest stays up. We don't bend forwards to get the two to touch. This is really lots of stomach. And we're getting used to closing those armpits. Squeezing those armpits tight. Nice. Going in 3, 2, 1. All right, shake that out. So some reverse lunges. We're gonna step back with one leg. So let's say it's the right leg, and then we're gonna twist to the left. All right, switch sides. One leg goes back, and we twist the opposite way. Really slow, really methodical. You're gonna go as low as you like, and twist as far as you want. But there's no flail or fling in the twist. You're just taking your stomach and squeezing it. Absolutely no need to go as far as possible here. Nice. All right, come out of that. Back to the reverse lunge, but now we're going to reach above our head. So we're going to step back, reach above the head. Again, we don't have a bunch of legs in here today, but the legs are going to create that heat in our body. That's going to make everything feel better. All right, sobriety test. Watch your fingers touch above your head and see if all 5 digits touch the other side perfectly. If you fail that test, don't tell anybody. Okay? Second last one here. One more coming. And come on out of that. Perfect. All right, grab some water. So we're going to do a bicep exercise, a hip exercise, a tricep exercise, and a tummy exercise. So let me show you the bicep exercise. Biceps and triceps are going to be in the same format. So once we get it figured out, off we go. Now we're going to go at our own pace for 50 seconds. So bicep curls, you need your whatever weights work. And if you got something that's on the heavy side, you might halfway through drop one and just switch to like the one weight the rest of the way, or drop everything and just use your hands. So nice and slowly, we're going to be curling halfway and stopping, then the rest of the way, and then stopping halfway again. All the way down and up halfway, pause. So the only place that we're actually stopping is in the halfway up and the halfway down. We don't stop at the bottom, and we don't stop at the top. We just stop in the most uncomfortable place to stop. You probably figured that out. All right. So, with the weights that I've got, when I go to the tricep exercise, I'm just going with the one weight. Same idea, okay? So, stop halfway, and then touch the back of my neck. Stop halfway, all the way up. I'm going to try really hard not to stop at the top or at the bottom, but just have that concerted pause at the halfway point, okay? Those are our arm exercises. The hip exercise we're going to do is a hip thrust. So, for 50 seconds, hips, feet plant on the ground, and just driving the hips up, just like so. When you get to the bottom, don't rest, just tap the ground and keep going. If this is too easy for you, you may choose to do one foot and then the other foot, and just keep alternating. And you'll switch when you're at the top, okay? Again, full 50 seconds of this. Tummy tight. For the ab exercise, it's going to be a plank, stepping out with both feet, and then in with both feet. Slowly out, and here. All right? Perfect. Ready? Last drink of water for a while. We're gonna get a 50-second piece of work with a 30-second piece of rest. Going in 10. I'll make sure if you have to start your light, press start now. Ready, set, there we go. Nice and slow and methodical. Right on. Super important to engage those patients and stop at that halfway point. If you're wiggling and wavering, use your stomach to hold yourself tight. Perfect. 50 seconds. We're way past halfway already. And you can be brave and use a weight that's a little on the heavy side for you, and then just drop it halfway through or whenever you want to. 5 seconds to go. And rest. Perfect. See, that's not too bad. All right, hip thrusting. Again, it's our full 50 seconds. Do both legs at the same time, or alternate left to right as you go. 10 seconds. Get ready. There we go. You're pushing through mostly your heels, not so much on the toes or the balls of your feet, but the heels of your feet. You're really trying to come up as high as possible. The top 3 millimeters make all the difference in the world. And there's no hurry, especially on the way down. The way down, you want to really enjoy that. Pop it up quickly if you want to, but slow on the way down. To make it a little easier, you take just a moment of rest at the ground and then continue. I can't see my clock right now. Oh, there we go. Woo, nice. All right, next one is going to be the triceps, okay? Actually, no, we're going to do all biceps and hips and then triceps and plank after. So, otherwise the old biceps are going to get too much of a rest. So 3 rounds of this and then 3 rounds of the other one. So get ready for biceps. In 5. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Remember, the only time you're stopping is at that halfway mark. Anybody ever has developed a habit of swinging these weights through the range of motion? This is how we correct that habit. At the end of the day, I think the arm exercises are a good 60% for appearance, 40% for function. So we might as well do it right. 10 seconds to go. Nice work. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And rest. It's kind of neat with the limited weights that I've got here versus the whole rack of every weight that I could possibly dream of. The exercises really can be just as useful. Especially if the weight's a little lighter than what I would normally choose. I feel like I can control the motion better, and I might be getting more out of it. Get ready. Hip thrusting. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, nailed it. If you're breathing, you're exhaling as you rise. Nice. If you're alternating, you'll switch when you're at the top of the movement. Keep your knees side by side. Keep your tummy tight. Nice work. And rest. Woo. If you're doing that hip thrusting one leg at a time, really amps up the core contribution there. If you're doing both legs at once, yeah, your core's not doing very much. That's okay, it will later. All right, third round here for the biceps. Anybody else worried about part B already? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Nice. You got that absolute definite pause at the halfway down and the halfway up, but there's no pause anywhere else. Stomach is super tight, holding your body rigid. The chest is open. That shoulder blades are being pulled back, and your armpits are being held, squeezed tight and closed. 10 seconds to go. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Right on, put those down. Third set of hip thrusting coming up here. All right. 10 seconds to go. In 5, 3, 2, 1. There we go. I forgot to mention that for these hip thrustings, you can actually take one of those weights that you would normally have, and you can actually have it on your stomach. So doing 2 legs at once with a little weight on your stomach can be a really good way to do that. Keep her going all the way to the end. Don't hurry, just keep moving. All the way. And rest. Okay, moving on to triceps now. So now I've got our tricep plank feet in and out exercise. So whatever weight you were using for the biceps, if it was challenging the biceps, it's probably too heavy for the triceps. So use one of them or put it down halfway through. We're going in 3, 2, 1. So halfway down, all the way down. Halfway up, all the way up. And only pause at that halfway point. Not at the bottom and not at the top. Woo! These jugs are super awkward. Going with 1. I'm really focusing on my stomach and pulling my ribs down so they don't pop up. If your weight's on the light side and you're fretting about not getting enough tricep work here, don't worry about it. You're benefiting from the core massively. Nice. And come out of that. Speaking of core, plank. So the feet go out, out, in, out, out, in. Best way to kind of modify this to make it easier, if it's too hard for you, is you go out, out, in, and then the knees come down to the mat. You take a breath, pop them back up, and continue. Ready, in. 3, 2, 1. Do it. Out, out, in. And then if you want, take a breath, and pop it up, and off you go. Have have the ability to keep going, then you keep going. Taking a 2-breath break at the point that you need it is completely fine if it allows you to get to the end. Nice work. Moving nice and slowly. This is where you have that glass of wine on your lower back. You don't want to spill it. We're looking for the ding. There we go. Woo-hoo. Nice. 50 seconds is quite a long time for that. All right, back to triceps. So doing that for 50 seconds, if you're wondering, if you are not strong enough to do that all the way through and you need to take that break, yeah, that's pretty normal. 50 seconds is quite a long time to do that. Get ready for triceps. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Yeah, so relatively speaking, I mean, mostly what we want to do is compare ourselves to our previous selves. That's our gold standard of comparison. But sometimes it's nice to know where we're at relative to the world. If you can do that exercise, plank, feet in and out for 50 seconds with no rest, you've got it going on. Nice. Remember, we're pausing here at the halfway point, but nowhere else. Anybody else feel their shoulders being stretched here? Oh, rest. Nice. Okay, yeah, speaking of comparing yourself to somebody else, a friend of mine I ride bike with quite a bit. We were comparing notes, and there's one climb out of Buffalo Pound where I do it in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. That's my fastest. He does it in 1 minute and 28. There we go. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. Nice and slow. I think his bike might have a battery on it. Actually, that's not true. I know that. Keep breathing. This is where you can sing the alphabet. Repeat all your kids' names if you can remember them. Tell yourself a story. Count from 100 down backwards. Do a cognitive test. Count from 100 backwards by 7. Rest. Actually try that. When you're doing plank exercises and you're burning up, do something cognitively like maybe count back from 100 in 5s. That's not too hard. Do it in 6s. Okay, last tricep exercise. We're going in 5, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. The only place that you are stopping the motion is at the halfway mark. The rest of it's continuing to move, but slow and controlled. I don't know if you noticed this, but a lot of the exercises have an instructional component that goes against your natural tendency. There's a reason for that. We're trying to strengthen our weaknesses. And your natural tendency and mine is to just blast through it and strengthen our strengths, because that's way more fun. 3, 2, 1. But strengthening our strengths, not that useful. Strengthening weaknesses. Okay, we've got our last plank coming up, and we've got a nice little rest, and then cardio time. All right, 10 seconds. And by cardio, That's right. I mean AMRAP. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Stepping in, stepping out. If you thought I was going to say Tabata, that's cool too. That's the other option. But today it's going to be AMRAP. As many reps as possible. The challenge for you to challenge you. Keep it going. I can't see the clock. We'll just listen for the ding. There we go. Nice. Rest. Grab some water. Whew. All right, so I think sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Pressing buttons. So an AMRAP type exercise or a workout in a gym setting can be exciting and motivating if you're the strongest one. If you aren't that person, then every time you take a little bit of a rest or a break, what you're seeing is that no one else is resting or breaking. And that sometimes can be a little demotivating. So, for the at-home version of these workouts, an AMRAP is fantastic because no one can see what you're doing. And you really can't see what anybody else is doing. So a 2-minute AMRAP is about you trying to continuously move at your pace. If a break is needed, you take it. It should be short, hopefully. If you need to take a long break, you are going too fast or too hard at something, okay? So we're gonna go with, you guessed it, 5 burpees, 5 jumping jacks, and 5 mountain climbers. Okay? So a burpee, we're going to go all the way to the ground. Whoa, right? Or change that up, get down slowly, be in a plank position, and then get up slowly. Don't jump. Your version of a burpee works. 10 jumping jacks, right? And then 5 mountain climbers, 5 each side. All right, it can be a step up and back, and a step up and back, or you're jumping around. 5, 5, and then 5 each, and repeat, and repeat, and repeat at your pace to make it work for you. We're going in 9 seconds. It's going to be 2 minutes. You're going to do what you can do. We're all going to be sweating here. 3, 2, 1, go! Burpees. Doing 5. After that, there are those 5 jumping jacks. And then 5 mountain climbers each side. Nice work. 30 seconds gone. Woo! Nice work, everybody. All right, there's the halfway mark. Here we go. Whew. Love those burpees, eh? Seconds to go. Good news, 10 seconds to go, and we're only doing one of these. Oh, saved by the bell. Catch your breath. Breathe. Whew. Nice. So those should feel, well, you know, bad, or at least taxing. You might have an insufficient feeling about you. That's okay. But note this. Over the last 10 or 15 seconds, and over the next 20 or 30 seconds, notice that you're going to be improving, catching your breath, feeling better, recovering, and that's your sign of fitness. One of the best measures of fitness, rate of recovery. You and I can both pay attention to that and notice it. There you go. Cool. Okay, so just gonna do a little arm stretch here. So for the triceps, we're gonna take our hand and place it behind us. Okay, so it might be here, or it might be behind the head. But I'm gonna take the other hand. I'm gonna grab my elbow, and I'm actually gonna try to kind of twist down and bend my elbow more. And I'm gonna try to get my upper arm, you know, behind my head or as close as possible. Stomach is still activated to pull those ribs down so my chest is not popped out. And this is the stretch. Okay, let's switch sides. So the one hand grabs the elbow and tries to, like I'm trying to bend the elbow more with the hand. And breathe. If you're still really huffing and puffing and trying to catch your breath, then just watch this and catch up to it later. Because doing this while huffing and puffing, I think is really, really hard. Nice job. Switch sides, same stretch. Same stretch. I like to use my head and push back against my arm to increase the stretch on my shoulder. And a little bit of strengthening goes into the neck when I do that. Breathing is hard with this, I find. Not that it's bad, it's just hard. Switch sides. Nice. Same thing. Use that head to push back a little bit. Stand tall. Stomach tight. Breathe. All right, last stretch for the arm, for the bicep muscle actually, is you take your hand, point the fingers down, take the other hand and put the webbings of your thumbs together, and then I'm going to bend my wrist so my fingers really point straight down. I'm going to straighten my elbow, so for me it's on my right, it's my right arm I'm stretching, and then I'm going to take my arm, and you can see I'm going to try to twist it so my elbow pit kind of aims right towards the ceiling. So I'm straightening my elbow as much as possible, and I'm pulling on this wrist, and that gives me a nice stretch through the front of the elbow. Nice. Now if it hurts the wrist, just ease off just a little bit. And switch sides. Webbings go together. Fingers of one hand point straight down, that's key, they have to stay pointing straight down. And now we rotate the arm. And sometimes this actually can really hurt in the elbow. If it really hurts in the elbow, you need to do this stretch a little more often. You get that pain, that tension from typing and mousing, and if you do needlepoint or sewing, anything fine motor skills with your fingers, you can develop some issues with your elbows from that. Okay, other side, last one here, same stretch. Fingers pointing straight down, elbow twisting as far as it'll twist. If you got one of those hypermobile elbows where this bends like the other way, just try to hold your arm straight instead of bending it all the way, okay? So mine's about as bendy as you want to be. Other side. So if this stretch really hurts your elbows, like it's really problematic for you, reach out to me, get in touch with me, and I can maybe show you some other things that might help you. Because this should not hurt that much. It is common that it does though, okay? All right, come out of that. Welcome to August, Tuesday. Hopefully the rest of your day is awesome.